Hello and welcome to your MK yoga practice. My name's Megan and today I'm going to take you through a neck and shoulder tension releasing sequence. We're still work through the full body, so roll your mat out, pop some comfy clothes on and let's get started. We'll begin just in a seated position today with the legs crossed out in front. If that's a bit tight through the hips, remember you can always extend the legs right out. But if you're okay with the legs crossed, just finding a comfortable position, finding the sit bones, dropping down into the mat. And as you inhale, draw the crown of the head right up towards the sky, lengthening through the spine. Hands can rest to the knees for the moment. And we'll drop the gaze, or maybe even shut the eyes completely. As we spend a couple moments coming into the space and just connecting in with yourself, bringing your awareness to the mat. Taking some deep rounds of breath, inviting some extra oxygen into the lungs as you go. And beginning to savor the exhalation as you breathe out. Becoming aware of the neck and the shoulders, and already just making a mental note to release tension from that neck shoulder area. Shoulder blades can really drop down the back. Taking a couple more rounds of breath here, just setting that intention to allow this time for yourself to release some tension from the body. Nice big inhalation. And as you exhale, gently blinking the eyes open. Wrap the hands right around the knees and we'll draw the belly back, tucking the chin in towards the chest, finding a nice C shape through the spine. As you inhale, bringing the chest forward, still using that grip on the outside of the knees. As you bring the chest forward, squeeze the elbows back behind you, opening through the chest. Maybe the gaze can come up as well. As you take a nice big inhalation. Exhale to round through the back. Tucking the chin in towards the chest, nice C shape through the spine. Draw the belly button into the back. Behind you. And we'll flow with the breath. Big inhalation brings the chest forward. So we'll flow through a couple rounds of the seated cat-cow. Just warming up into the back. And then exhale, tuck the chin to the chest. One more big inhalation, bringing the gaze forward, taking the heart up towards the sky. Nice big inhalation. And exhale, let's come back. Neutral spine. Release the legs out in front. And you can just windscreen wipe the knees side to side. Planting the legs down. Now flexing the toes in towards you. Lift up through the knees, or quite a generous bend. Still finding those sit bones. Dropping down into the mat. Bring the hands into the heart center. And a nice big inhalation. Reach up towards the sky. And as you exhale and soften and fold it forward, letting the hands just land wherever they can. Rounding through the back a little deeper. Nice big inhalation as you walk the hands back in towards the body. And this time, finding the legs crossed again, the other way around. So whichever leg you had in front, bring that behind now, just to swap and even through the hips. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. Finding a nice long spine now. Just breathing some space into that back of the neck. And then we'll drop the right ear over to the right shoulder. Stretching through that side neck. Keep pushing the left shoulder blade down the back. Away from the body. A couple big rounds of breath. every exhalation, feeling that tension just melt away. Nice big inhalation. As you exhale, like the chin to the chest, we'll swap it over to the other side. Left ear comes down towards the left shoulder. Maybe a little tuck of the chin to the chest, dropping the gaze down to the knee. And that right shoulder really squeezing down to encourage that beautiful stretch through the neck. Couple rounds deep breath here on this side. Nice big inhalation as you exhale, like the chin into the chest, going back to the center, and then maybe choosing to take a rock side to side, maybe some full circles with the head, drawing some circles with the nose, big circles, out in front, being mindful not to crunch into the back of the neck, and swapping the direction when you feel ready. Shoulder blades keep dropping down the back. And we'll meet back. Neutral head position. Let's extend the legs out in front again one more time. Flexing the toes in towards you. Good little lift up through the knees. Nice big inhalation. We'll reach the arms up towards the sky. This time as you exhale, bringing the left hand over to the outside of the right thigh. Opposite hand comes behind you as we lift up through the chest. And open out. Over to the right. Coming into a spinal twist. Couple rounds of breath here. Keep the legs nice and strong. Feet keep flexing in towards you. Chest opens out to the side of the room. Beautiful, nice big inhalation. Let's bring the arms back up through center. Sit up nice and tall. And we'll exhale over to the other side. Up onto the fingertips on that back hand. Top arm, pressing down to the thigh or the lower leg. Be careful of the knee. And just help pry that chest open to the side. Keep the weight even between the hips and those feet. The thighs stay active. Nice big inhalation. And as you exhale, arms come up towards the sky. Reach up, sit up nice and tall, coming back to the center. And then fold it forward. Just letting the hands land wherever they like for Paschimottanasana. Tucking the chin to the chest. Couple rounds of breath here, finding some space in the back body. Nice big inhalation. And as you exhale, walking the hands all the way up and in. Take the legs out to the side. We'll come all the way to the back of the mat. Taking the knees out mat width. And the big toes together. Big inhalation to broaden through the chest. Sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, walk the hands all the way out in front. Stretching the fingertips out and letting the forehead rest down onto the mat. If that feels a little bit far away for you or it strains through the back of the neck, you can stack the forearm and let the head rest down. Taking a couple rounds of breath here, sending the hips back towards the heels. Looking for that two-way stretch as the fingertips reach out in front and the hips draw back. Or Adho Mukha Virasana, the down facing hero pose. Nice big inhalation. And as you exhale, let's look the hands over to the left side of the body. And then release the head back down. Stretching into that side body now. All through those side ribs. Big inhalation to bring you back through center. And we'll swap it over to the other side. Just feeling when you've come far enough, you should feel that lovely stretch all through the side body. Nice big inhalation. Come back through center, reach it out one more time, big stretch right out in front. And then exhale with the hands back in towards you. Coming forward now. into a wide-legged tabletop position. So we'll leave the knees out, still at that mat width. Really spreading through the fingers. Bring the right hand in underneath your nose, so it can float the left hand up towards the sky, reaching up, opening through the chest. Nice big inhalation. And as you exhale, threading that hand back behind the right wrist, the head and the shoulder come all the way down onto the mat. So you can help pry that chest open as you thread the needle. A couple rounds of breath here. Good twist through the spine. Nice big inhalation, and as you exhale, press down into the right hand, release the left all the way back up towards the sky, reach up, send that chest forward, big inhalation, and exhale. Bring the left hand underneath your nose, so you can float the right up towards the sky, reaching up, opening through the chest, nice big inhalation, and as you exhale, thread it through, let the head and the shoulder come all the way down. So pry that chest open, up towards the sky, threading the needle. A couple of rounds of breath. Bringing some space in between the shoulder blades. Nice big inhalation. And as you exhale, press down into the left hand. Release the right fingertips all the way back up towards the sky. And coming back to find our tabletop position. Bring the knees back in, underneath the hips now, tucking the toes behind you, walking the body in. Take a few rolls through the wrists, let them release. If that feels a bit strong for the feet, you can always drop down onto the toes. Otherwise, hang there a little bit longer. Good stretch out through the soles of the feet. Keep working those wrists. Beautiful. Let's all come forward so we can flatten the tops of the feet down into the mat. Walk the hands back behind you. Either the hands facing in towards you or back, whatever feels good for you and your wrists. You can be up on the tented fingers too if it's feeling a bit far away to be fully back. Squeeze those shoulder blades together and we'll shine the chest up towards the ceiling. Maybe just keeping that head straight forward, or if it feels okay for the neck, you can bring it up towards the ceiling. A couple rounds of breath here. Keep squeezing those shoulder blades together, elbows come in. So we open into the pecs. Nice big inhalation. Maybe staying here, or if you feel like you can take it a little bit further and you've got those hands planted, fingertips come in towards the body and we can lift the hips up. Really drawing the shoulder blades back together, opening a little deeper into the chest. Nice big inhalation. And as you exhale, releasing the body back down. Walk the hands in towards you. And again, a couple more rolls through those wrists. Just let them release. Coming forward now, back to our tabletop position. And taking it out a little bit wider. Spreading through the fingers. Tuck the back toes and we'll lift the hips to find downward facing dog. Sending that tailbone up towards the sky and maybe pedaling out through the heels as we come into our first down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Looking for that nice long spine as the tip of the tailbone reaches back and up behind you. And the hands stay nice and spread wide, pressing down nice and firm. Give the head a little nod or shake out. Release the neck. Maybe the option to stay here, or remember you can always come down onto the knees to have a little break. If you're feeling good, take the right hand to reach back behind you to the left lower leg. And then we'll open the chest out to that left side. Bringing the gaze underneath the armpit. A nice big inhalation as you exhale, releasing the hand. We'll swap it over to the other side. Drawing the left hand to the lower leg on that right side and opening, prying the chest out underneath the right armpit. Big inhalation, and as you exhale, releasing back. Let's take the tailbone right up towards the sky, stretching through the feet, coming right up onto the tiptoes, and slowly bending through the knees. Good stretch out through the soles of the feet. Shoulders can come up over the wrists as we come all the way down, nice and slow. Knees kiss the earth. Beautiful. Let's bring the right leg up in between the hands. Just check in that the knee is right above the wrist, right above the ankle. Nice big inhalation as you lift the upper body up, reaching up towards the sky. Maybe drawing those hips back, so stay over that bottom knee. Arms up towards the ceiling. And a couple rounds of breath here. Slowly letting those hips drop down towards the mat as we find that good stretch through the hip flexor. Nice big inhalation. And as you exhale, bring the hands either side of the front foot. We take the right hand in nice and close to that right foot. I'll show you on this side better. Nice and close to the right foot. So we can float the left up towards the sky. Again, opening through the chest. Reach those fingertips up nice and high. Big inhalation. And as you exhale, letting the hand release. Bringing the foot back into the center. So we can draw the hips back, peeling the toes up off the mat. Little soft bend through that knee as we come into the half splits. Big inhalation to broaden through the chest, draw the shoulder blades up and back. And as you exhale, round through the back. Letting the head come to the inside of the knee. We find a good stretch through the hamstrings. Nice big inhalation to lift, broaden the chest. And as you exhale, plant the front foot. Looking both hands to the inside, we can sweep the leg back. We'll swap it over to the other side, bringing the left foot up now in between the hands. Being mindful that the knee stays right over the heel or the ankle. Big inhalation to lift the upper body up. Both arms come up. Chest lifts. Shoulder blades drop down the back. As we have that weight right over the back knee. Slowly lunging forward. Just finding some time for that hip flexor to begin to release. And as you feel it start to, maybe sinking the hips down towards the mat. Just working within your limits. Listening to your body today. Nice big inhalation, reach both fingertips up. And as you exhale, framing the front foot. Bring the left hand into the inside of the left foot. So we can float the right fingertips up towards the sky. Opening that chest out to the side. Nice big inhalation, reach up a little bit higher. And as you exhale, dropping the hand back. Centering up through the front foot. So we can draw the hips back. Walking the hands back in towards the body. Peel the toes up in towards you. Good bend through that front knee. Decent bend if you need to find some more space in that hamstring. Nice inhalation to lift, broaden through the chest. And as you exhale, rounding through the back. Tucking the chin in. Letting the head come into the inside of the knee. big inhalation, lift, broaden the chest. And as you exhale, walking the hands back up either side, draw the leg back. We'll find our tabletop position. Tucking the back toes, spreading the hands to lift the back hips. We'll find down facing dog again. Maybe choosing to pedal out those heels. Get some movement flowing. So you draw the tailbone back behind you. Nice big inhalation coming right up onto the tippy toes. And as you exhale, walking the feet all the way up towards the hands. Hanging forward here in Uttanasana, forward fold. Maybe choosing to interlace opposite hand to elbow. Take a little rock, side to side through the upper body. Letting the hands come back down to the mat, grounding down into the feet. Nice soft bend through the knees. Draw the belly button into the back of the spine as you round through the lower back. Slowly starting to come up. Nice and slowly rounding through the back. Pressing down into the feet. Look up all the way up to find a standing position. Make any adjustments, have some water if you like. We'll take the feet about hip width apart. Still grounding down through those feet. Drop the shoulder blades down the back. Little soft bend through the knees. Take the palms forward. And we'll bring some awareness into the body through the breath. Just for a moment here in Tadasana, mountain pose. Knitting those lower ribs in towards each other. Standing up nice and tall, crown of the head reaching up. As though you had two helium balloons attached to the tops of your ears. And they were floating you up towards the sky. Letting the shoulder blades just drop down the back. Bringing that awareness to the neck, your shoulder area. Coming back to our intention to let that tension that we store there grow. Big inhalation, take the arms out nice and wide. Reach up towards the sky. As you exhale, arms come back behind you to fully clasp the hands, or maybe interlacing just the fingers and a bend through the wrists. Squeeze those shoulder blades together and draw the hands down towards the mat. Puffing the chest forward, but keep holding that core muscles, that center. Keep that center hugging in. Nice big inhalation. Sending the heart forward. And as you exhale, soft bend through the knees as you fold the chest down towards the mat. Maybe just coming to that halfway point and leaving the hands in line with the back. If that's feeling enough for you here, stay here. If you feel like you can take a little bit further, maybe releasing the head all the way down. Sending those hands up towards the sky. Really big, deep stretch through the pecs here. As we hang forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Nice big inhalation. And as you exhale, good deep bend through the knees. Bring the hands back by your side, releasing the grip. Send it all the way up towards the sky. Reach up. And exhale, take it out nice and wide. Beautiful, well done. Give the shoulders a few little rolls. Already feeling that lovely sense of release as the shoulders can drop down the back. Let's bring the big toes together. A little bit of space between the heels. Nice big inhalation. And as you exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. We'll bring the hips back down towards the mat, sending that tailbone back. Keeping the weight back into the heels. Have a peek down so you can still see your big toes over your knees. And then shine the chest forward, looking back up, broadening that chest. Squeeze the palms together. And press the elbows out side to side, so nice and strong. Through the upper body. Beautiful, nice big inhalation. And as you exhale, send the arms out in front. So you're holding onto a big ball. Keep those hips dropped back, thighs squeezing together, thighs working, the chest broad, big inhalation. As you exhale, let's open the arms out. Cactus arms. Bend through the elbows. Strong through the hands and the fingers. Nice big inhalation. Drawing the forearms together. Hands come together. Little pause here as you next inhale. Opening, lifting out cactus arms. Exhale, draw it in towards each other. Squeeze it in. And inhale, open out, shine the chest. We got one more big inhalation. Draw it in. And exhale to release, open out. Beautiful. Let's take the arms all the way down. Send the hips up towards the ceiling. Letting the head release down. Little soft bend through the knees. See if I can reach enough in a forward fold. As you inhale, pressing down into the feet. Take the arms out nice and wide. We'll lift it all the way up. Nice flat back. Reaching up to the ceiling. And exhale. Beautiful. Give those legs a shake out. Definitely have some water. Catch your breath. As we'll come to take the legs out nice and wide. So now lengthways on your mat. Taking the big toes out and the heels just slightly in towards each other. Hands can come to the hips. Nice big inhalation. And as you exhale, sinking the tailbone down. Doing lots of work for the thighs as well. Today, knees come right up towards the pinky edges of the feet. The hands on the hips. Or if you're feeling good, big inhalation, reach the arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, we'll find the cactus arms again, nice and strong through the shoulders. We'll bring the left arm out in front. The right arm comes up and over the top. Maybe just crossing the arms here, or if it's okay, the accessible backs of the forearms can come together, or maybe wrap all the way around. As you inhale, reaching the fingertips up towards the sky. And as you exhale, releasing the elbows down to the mat. We've got two more. Big inhalation, reach up. Exhale to release. Last one, big inhalation. Exhale to release. Beautiful, release the arms, send it back. Cactus arms. And if you like, take a little breather through the legs. If you're feeling really good and strong, hang in there. Okay. Beautiful. Let's send the hips down if you're taking a breather. A little spot, little rest. Bring the arms up, cactus arms. This time the right arm comes forward and the left over the top. Maybe interlacing the whole way or just choosing your position. As you inhale, fingertips reach up. Good stretch through the back of the shoulder blade. Exhale to release. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to release. And one more big inhalation. Reach the fingertips up. This is the last one. Exhale, let the elbows come down. Hands back to the hips and release the legs. Beautiful work. Take the big toes in, heels slightly out. A nice big inhalation. And as you exhale, send the tailbone back behind you. Good little bend through the knees. As you come to that halfway point, or maybe release the head and the neck all the way down for Prasarita Padottanasana. Taking a few cooling breaths here. Maybe checking in with that heart rate. Sending that tip of the tailbone right up behind you. Maybe walking the hands back in line with the toes. Keep the elbows and the hands about shoulder width apart. So we find a lovely stretch through the backs of the legs, through the ankles. Walk the hands back out in front, taking the weight forward into the palms. Really spreading the fingers. Take a good bend through the knees to bring the weight fully into the hands. Heel to the feet in a couple times. And we'll come back to find our seated position. Keep the legs out in front. Taking the legs out nice and wide. Nothing too extreme, just where it's comfortable. You'll lift up through the knees, flex the toes in towards you. Beautiful. Sit up nice and tall through the spine. Hands can come back behind you to squeeze those shoulder blades together. Still keeping the chest nice and broad. So we draw the crown of the head up towards the sky. In Upper Vista Konasana. Nice big inhalation. And as you exhale, bring the hands forward. Maybe choosing to walk them out in front. Maybe a little bit more of a stretch through the backs of the legs. Keeping the upper body nice and strong, straight through the spine. Big inhalation. And as you exhale, release it. Take the hands underneath the right knee. Help the thigh, or help the foot in towards the top of that left thigh. Left arm grounding down to the inside of the lower leg. So the right arm can reach back behind you and all the way up and over. Reaching out, almost in line with the bottom lower leg. We want to pry the chest open to the side, sending the heart up towards the sky. Keeping the shoulder blades back to find that really good stretch through the side body. Nice release through the spine. Let's big inhalation. And as you exhale, releasing it all the way back out. Swap the legs over. Bring the left foot in now. Right hand stays into the lower leg. Left arm reaches back behind you, all the way up and over. Side body stretch. Keep those shoulder blades together. Open that chest up towards the sky. Gaze can stay down at the lower leg or maybe stays in line in the center, or maybe all the way up towards the fingertips. It's feeling okay with the neck. Nice big inhalation. And as you exhale, let's release it back all the way. Make sure you've got some space behind you. As we come down, you lay on the back. Bring the feet on the mat and the knees up towards the sky. Bring the arms down by your side, pressing the palms down into the mat. We want the feet about hip width apart and the knees about hip width apart. Nice big inhalation. And as you exhale, flatten the lower back down into the mat. Start to feel the tailbone lift. And keep that movement flowing as you lift the hips up towards the sky, pressing the arms down into the mat, sending the hips up towards the sky as we come into the bridge pose. Nice big inhalation. And as you exhale, slowly letting it unroll through the spine to come all the way down, nice and gentle. Let the knees knock in towards each other, take the feet out, about mat width. So take a little breather, a little moment to reset the spine. Bring the feet and the knees back to that hip width apart. Press down into the mat, nice big inhalation. And as you exhale, flattening the lower back down into the mat first as you start to peel the tip of the tailbone, followed by the hips all the way up towards the sky. Maybe it's enough to stay here if you like, interlacing the hands, pressing the whole length of the arms down. You can walk those shoulders in and underneath the body a little more so you can help pry the chest open, lifting the hips a little further up towards the sky. Couple rounds of breath here. Nice big inhalation. Nice slow exhalation. You got this. One more big inhalation. And as you exhale, releasing the hands back by your side. Nice and slowly controlled to come all the way down. Take the soles of the feet together and the knees can open out nice and wide. Letting the arms just hang down by your side. As we find Supta Baddha Konasana. Couple rounds of breath here. Again, just resetting for that spine. Take the hands underneath the thighs. Up the knees back in towards each other. Take the arms out wide. Make a big T shape, or maybe those cactus arms again. So let the knees just windscreen wipe side to side. Nice and slow, nice and gentle. Nice release through the spine, through the back, the upper body and the shoulders staying on the mat as best you can. Little massage for the glutes. And then finding your way, extending the legs out, bringing the arms back by your side, palms facing up. As we come into our final resting pose, Savasana. If you have an eye pillow there, pop that on. Or if you've got a pillow or a bolster, something to make yourself extra comfy, go ahead and use it. Grab your blanket if it's cold. Pop your socks on. As we spend a couple moments making any adjustments so you're nice and comfy. Coming into your final resting pose, Savasana, corpse pose. Beginning to soften through the jaw. Taking a slight part of the teeth. Letting the tongue soften away from the roof of the mouth. Letting the temples relax. The eyes roll back in the head. Finding some space between the eyebrows at the third eye center. And feeling the whole weight of the head be supported by the mat and the earth below. Taking the weight from the shoulders. The mind starts to wander. Gently bringing it to the breath. Noticing the rise and fall of the chest and the belly. And encouraging that expansion of the inhalation, inviting an extra bit of oxygen into the lungs, filling right up into the top of the chest, in between the collarbones. And as you exhale, releasing, finding a sense of letting go, any stored tension through the neck and the shoulders, just melting away. through that out breath, using the breath to restore you. The inhalation bringing new energy and prana into the body. And the exhalation releasing, letting go. Anything you don't need being stored within. I encourage you to pause the video here and spend a bit of extra time in your Savasana, very well deserved. A beautiful moment just to have to yourself until you feel ready for it to finish. When you feel ready, starting to move through the fingers, and move through the toes, circling the ankles and the wrists, reaching the arms up and overhead, extending the legs out, reaching fingertips to the toes, full body stretch. Making your way over onto the right side of your body and slowly up towards a seated position at the top of your mat. Bringing the hands into the heart center, Anjali Mudra. Little tuck of the chin to the chest in gratitude for your practice today. Thanks so much for jumping online and taking this class with me today. I really hope that it can be a little pause for you in a busy time or a stressful time to take a moment still to remember your self-care. Really important. So thanks so much and good on you. More videos to come. If you did enjoy, please make sure you hit the little like button and subscribe to my channel. I've got a lot more videos coming out soon. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Namaste.